morning and welcome to our third installment of Coffee and Conversation. I am Sarah Diel Kinkade, the director of the Jasper County Chamber of Commerce, and we are thrilled that you are with us this morning, and we're grateful for the feedback we are receiving, and we hope you're getting something out of these videos. And I think Jason deserves a big thank you from us because he's been editing them for us and uploading them to YouTube. I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that, Doc?
No.
I don't. We don't know how to do that. So we appreciate Jason and his technical skills and for him sharing those with us. And with me, as always, is Jason Warfel, the chairman of the Jasper County Board, and Joshua Kuhl, the mayor of the city of Newton. And they're both going to be sharing some updates with you. And I think last time you went first, Josh.
Sure.
So this time we're going to let Jason go first with some updates from the county of Jasper.
Right. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Mayor, for joining again this morning. It's actually a busy time in terms of the tax bills will be going out as we film this week. You should be receiving those in the mail. I know I talked a little bit about taxes during last month's updates. So the biggest update that we have at the county level that's going on right now is after 5 years of service, Austin Ferguson stepped down as our animal control officer warden, and we are actively right now in the selection process to find his replacement. So Austin had taken a new job, and with his new duties, he didn't think that he could continue to fulfill the responsibilities as an animal control officer or warden. So the county operates an animal control office. It's overseen by administrator, which is Dr. Ely at the Newton Veterinary Clinic. And beneath him is the animal control officer or warden. And the animal control officer carries out the things outlined in the Animal Control Act set forth by the state of Illinois. And I know I've heard from a lot of people that it's primarily to do with dogs, and that's true. The biggest responsibility is to try to limit the spread of rabies or dangerous dogs. There's a little bit in there about cats, but it's primarily focused on dogs, a little bit about cats, doesn't talk about too many other animals. We opened the application process a couple weeks ago. We have a number of great applicants. They're going to be interviewed this week. There will be someone appointed in an interim capacity. And then at the July Jasper County Board meeting, we will officially hire a new animal control officer. So from the county standpoint, that's about it. I know at the highway department, they're working with townships to start oil and chipping some roads and mowing's going on. So there's always stuff going on.
And Austin did a really good job. That's a thankless job.
Austin did an amazing job over the past 5 years. Yes.
With that, but he really did a good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate him. And the next person, he will be training the next person.
He's going to assist with training the next person. As of July 1st, whoever we hire as an interim animal control officer will be responding to the calls. But Austin has agreed to assist for a little while, help train them until they get comfortable.
And so the next county board meeting is
July 17th.
Okay.
And at that point, again, whoever is appointed in that interim capacity, hopefully they will be the person that we will end up hiring on July 17th, but the official hiring of the animal control officer and whatever contract, we work out with them, that'll be agreed upon at the July 17th meeting.
So July 17th, 6 p.m. in the county boardroom in the county office building is the next county board meeting. Public is welcome to attend. And if you can't, you can watch it live on the county website, which is Jasper County IL, am I right?
JasperCountyIllinois.gov.
JasperCountyIllinois.gov. And that's where you can also find meeting agendas, past meetings, minutes, different things, different information. If you haven't been on that website, there's a lot of great information on it. What else is on there that people could check out?
You've got links to all the various county and city offices and departments. Some of the county and city fillable information as far as forms and stuff can be found on the website as well. And as you mentioned, past meeting minutes, agendas, recorded meetings.
It might save you some time, for some different forms and things before you don't live in Newton or you don't live in Jasper County, but you need something. Check that out before you make a trip to town.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jason. And Mayor Kuhl, what do you got for us from the city of Newton? I know it's gonna be a short episode today, but it's important that we do these and share information with all of you. What do you have for us from the city?
Yeah, as far as updates go, I mean, obviously it's summertime, so families, everybody's busy. It seems like that's what the summer is filled with anymore, as far as our children go and travel times and things like that. But updates as far as from the city, as you've seen, obviously the railroad track project did come through town, also through the eastern side of the county. And that now is completed, so all of the railroad ties have been replaced that will be. So we appreciate obviously the Indiana Railroad coming through and taking care of some of that. Some of the other updates within the city, you started to see obviously our part-time summer help. So we do have 2 virtually contract employees or part-time summer help. So they've been out vigorously the last month working on edging, weed eating, and different type of thing, curb painting, fire hydrant repainting, those type of things. So that is one thing that I will say to our viewers that if you have projects within your neighborhood that you feel like have not been taken care of and or need a little extra attention, please call into City Hall and speak with either Maggie, Brenda, or Amy, and let them know a potential project or something that needs to be done within your neighborhood that hopefully our part-time help can assist with. So Kuhl's up and going. Numbers have been really, really good. As this heat wave is coming through this week, we assume our numbers will be even higher, but outside of all the rain that we've received so far this early summer, our numbers have been really good. A lot of extra events go on at the pool as well. We also, obviously, we have the water aerobics, but something new. Garrett Goss has been doing some more of a, I would talk about relaxation type. Don't know how to, yeah, sound
bath, is that what it is?
Yeah, sound bath therapy, and I know that
amazing.
Yeah, and I know that his numbers have been really good. So it's great to see people within our community utilizing the pool, not only just for swimming and a way to cool off, but a way to relax and maybe to debrief, I guess would be a good word for it, as you go throughout your daily lives. So if you haven't had an opportunity to enjoy our new pool, please go out and do so. Great facility and something that obviously the city is very proud of. Along with that sidewalk replacement, you'll start to see that pick up here at the end of this month and going into July as we get through a lot of our current projects that we're working on, other different things. At the same time, we're always looking at those beautification projects, home demolition. We just approved 4 more of those at the last city council meeting, so that's very exciting. Getting rid of some of those dilapidated and unlivable homes that we have within our city limits. Also, you will see if you look at if you follow along with our city council minutes, that the city has approved to take further steps on homes that are not owned, I guess, by someone locally or a way that for us to be able to contact someone to do something with. So with our approval from the city council, we've given the city attorney the opportunity now to move forward with virtually putting liens on these properties, getting it to the point where the city can get them cleaned up. And we can move on with that process. So very excited with that. We have one right now that is very close and a second one that is not far behind that. The city also was awarded a couple of grants here in the last month. One was a grid resilience grant, which has to do with our electrical grid. And as a city, obviously, as power comes out of our substations, it then moves into a large circuit. So we have A, B, C, and D circuits within our city. Currently, A, B, and C have been upgraded. All the rework has been done. We applied for this grant for the D circuit, which would virtually run from, you might as well say the Tasty Freeze down to the city facilities, the water treatment plant, sewer, electric building, and those. And the city was awarded that grant. We're still obviously waiting on the steps, and then we will put out the information that needed to to go out for bids for the work and materials and those type of timeframes, but still looking at a 2025 project for that D circuit with the use of those grant funds. And then the city was also awarded a recruitment and retention grant for our police department. And that is mainly used for essentially, you'll see in other communities and honestly across the whole country that law enforcement is not a sought after job currently, and we've seen a decline in our number of police officers. So being able to have some more funds to go after anybody that potentially would want to choose a career as a police officer, or at the same time, if there is a officer that's currently working for another police department that has ties to the city of Newton or would like to move to Newton, then we will be able to be a little bit more continuing or more aggressive, I would say, to potentially get them to on board with us at the Newton PD. Also, along with that, you can utilize that money for uniforms for new employees, obviously trainings, those type of things. So still discussing how those funds will be used or distributed, but just another nice piece for the city of Newton to be able to obtain that. Lastly, on the grant side, the city did apply for an ITEP grant. This is probably the one that I'm the most excited about, and I hope that would be awarded to us. But for that project, we submitted the Washington Street here, virtually from the city square all the way to the high school. And with that ITEP grant funds, if we were awarded that, we would be able to virtually resurface all of Washington Street along with the sidewalks all the way down through. That is probably one of the most used roads in our town as far as recreation goes. So if you've ever been into town when the elite fitness people are working out, that's the main road that obviously Jason and his group is running on. Same way with our high school athletes, a lot of that, and then also our community members that utilize that street for walking. But at the same time, it's where our parades are held. Essentially, it's kind of been a backbone of our community that you can look from our square and see our high school, and then also vice versa the other way. So very beautiful, nice straight road. It would be excellent to have that repaved to asphalt along with new sidewalks. So look forward to hearing something from that nature here in the near future. Outside of that, update wise, it's pretty calm within the city, but we look forward to another month.
And your next meeting is?
Our next meeting is actually July 1st.
Okay.
Tuesday, July 1st at 6 p.m. And then the second July meeting would be July 15th at 6 p.m.
All right. And when you're talking about the Newton Pool, you can follow them on Facebook. That's on Newton Aquatic Center is their Facebook page. And so that's a great place to check if you think that maybe there's a weather related update that you need to find. They usually put that on there. Or if they're closing for a private party, or that you can reach out to them about swimming lessons, and they do offer private parties. That's a great place to reach out to them or get some information. And they also, I think, are sharing about Garrison and the classes that Josh mentioned that he's offered. But if you want to learn more about those, go to the Palm Effect on Facebook. That's where that you can get more information about signing up for those. I think they're on Thursday nights at 6 or 7, I think is when Garrison's classes have been. But you can get more information on those there. And then also the same website, you can get updates from the city. And so check out there. We have meeting minutes, agendas, forms, etc. are all going to be on the city website, and city codes and ordinances.
Correct.
All of that are going to
But
be
as far
on
as anything that is in a timely manner, please check our city Facebook page. So the girls in our office do an excellent job of updating that as far as any boil orders, street closures, storms, or any of that. So like Jason had said previously in his, the oil and shipping within the county, we're a month away from doing that here in the city, but as we get closer to that, obviously that map will be available to the public, or which roads will be getting oil and shipped this year as well.
Okay, great, good information. And always, you can call City Hall.
Absolutely.
And Maggie, Amy, Brenda, they'll answer your questions. And they know a lot about what's going on, and if they don't know, they'll find it, give them a call, or call me up at the chamber, 618-783-3399, and if you need to call the city, I'll tell you to call them. Speaking of the chamber, we are really, now is kind of our busy time of year planning some of our big events. We have our annual cruise night scheduled for Friday, August 15th, and that'll be from 5 to 9 up on the square, and got some music. Ronnie Johnson will be playing music for us, and some food from some different local vendors. We try to keep that one just some local nonprofits. It gives them a chance to make some money, and that's always just a great night. It's very much a Mayberry kind of night to me, and it's one of my favorite nights of the year in our community. I love the cruise night. It's always really just a good time. This year we're gonna be introducing some different things for the kids. So hopefully we'll have more information out about that. Last year we did a touch-a-truck for the kids, and I think that we're bringing that back, but maybe a couple of other things that we'll be introducing soon or telling you about soon. And then we're also hard at work on our fall festival, which is Saturday, September 13th. And we have already sent information out to all of our local bands. Steve Hardwick is a big help with that. We sent that out. We have entertainment booked throughout the day. We're gonna have a petting zoo, some different things. We have a rock climbing wall this time, and then along with a lot of different things that we'll be sharing the information about that on our Facebook page. But we're gonna end the evening with some local entertainment, Southern Comfort. Got some Zumbalins and Beermans and just some good old music. And we think this is gonna be our last fall festival with our courthouse. So we kind of we're gonna go a little above and beyond on some different things this year, just to celebrate that. So we really hope we have a large crowd that comes to the parade and makes plans to either stay all day and all evening or come and go to that. As always, if you have any questions that you would like addressed on our Coffee and Conversations episode, you can email them to mayorandchair@gmail.com. And we didn't get any in this time, so that means that I just get to ask the questions that I want to ask. And so, surprise, guys. Josh, I have one for you. Since we filmed the last, unfortunately, what we like to call the old Dollar General, which is the Dollar General on Van Buren Street, had a really bad fire. And do we have any updates about that, or do you want to speak on that at all, Josh?
So I will. So first off with that, I wanted to give a big shout out to our Wade Fire Protection District, obviously for the response and control of that fire. As in most people know, there was a very warm Sunday morning. So not only were they battling the heat from the fire, but they were battling a nice humid day as well. But a big shout out to Chief Linderman and his group at the Wade Fire Protection District for being able to control that fire and obviously maintain it. As far as the South Dollar General goes, unfortunately, I have no updates. I have reached out to multiple people to try to figure out where we're at, not only with the building, but also with the business. And at this time, I have not heard anything back. I will say, though, in some discussions that anytime that the state fire marshal and insurance companies are involved, it seems to drag on a little bit longer than expected. But I hope to have an update for everyone this next month. If we don't, or if I hear something in between that time, we'll make sure to get that out to the public to let them know what's going on. But at the same time, we still have the Dollar General at the old CVS building that is up and going still, very busy. Please be patient with those workers. They're trying their hardest from going, obviously, where we had 2 stores to 1 and being able to stay up with demand. So big shout out to that group there as well. And then obviously our new IGA, who has done a phenomenal job since they have taken over for us here locally. So we have the options, and please utilize the ones that we have.
Yeah. Jason, I was gonna ask you about the joint property tax bills, but you already shared that news with us. So do you know that they'll be in our mailboxes this week?
They should be going out this week. The first due date will be August the 30th, and then the second due date is always a month later, and that'll be September 30th. So refer to your tax bills. There's a number of ways that you can pay in addition to dropping them off here, either in the drive up or in the treasurer's office.
Any updates about courthouse, the new courthouse? Any plans to, at the next meeting, you're gonna have something?
They're still working on finalizing the interior floor plan, making sure the offices in that building are okay with the final design. And then from there, we'll go out and get, the architect will take it and they'll do their, Matt, usually it's 50, 60 pages of interior designs that they have to do before we go out for bids. So we're still in that process. We're hoping late summer, early fall to get to the point where we're ready to go out for bids.
Okay. Josh, do you have any good news that you want to share with us? Besides your son's ball team won a big tournament this weekend.
Back-to-back champions of the Banana Bash at FEM, which was very exciting for that group. Obviously I spoke on it before, but first and foremost, a big thank you to our Wade Fire Protection
Yes.
District, not only for the Dollar General fire, but they've had a very busy spring and beginning of summer here. So big thanks to that group and all they do. And remember, first and foremost, those are volunteers. So anytime that you see those people out, tell them thank you. And I want to big thank you obviously to our local businesses that anytime there is a fire, whether it's the Casey's gas station, the IGA, just individual local people that take them bottled water and food. It's very, very nice to see things like that. So that's always when in turmoil, that's always a positive side to a lot of those things as well. Also, if you guys haven't seen Equip It, which is our soon-to-be new business down in the South Industrial Park, was able to put some things out on the internet, especially Facebook this past week, essentially kind of virtually their groundbreaking, I guess I would call. So big shout out to Matt Creedor and his family as they start this new adventure for a brick and mortar at the South Industrial Park. Also, it hasn't been laid out there yet, but I do know through word of mouth that a second lot has been purchased in the industrial park for another business. So hope to have some more information in the near future regarding that. So some exciting things down on the south side of town, which we have been wanting for a very, very long time, seeing those things. Also, big shout out to The Nest, the restaurant, one of the newest restaurants here in town. If you haven't had their fried chicken or their specialized meals throughout the week, phenomenal. And then
Fried chicken.
yeah,
Oh, good.
and then at the same time, they did open for breakfast this weekend. So big shout out to them for obviously being resilient and pushing through and always trying new things. And I once again hope that the community continues to support that. The other update is that we just got through the People's State Bank's big anniversary party. TPS, a local business, has a monumental anniversary coming up here real soon, but it makes us all think about the businesses that we have here locally and how long they've actually been here. These are staples of our community. So once again, shop local as much as possible. And if you don't have that opportunity, tell them thank you, wave at them, smile, but appreciate everything that we do have here locally and the chance that they've taken on Newton and Jasper County and this community to be here, to virtually put themselves out there, and greatly appreciate that. So a lot of milestones that we don't think about, but as one does come up, it sure does make you think about the people and the businesses that we do have and how long they've actually been here. So thank you to all of them as well.
It's really good, all good things, Josh.
Yeah, the only last thing I'll have is, and it's more of a sadder moment, but the community did lose a very, very important person in our community, in Cleve Bradley. So my thoughts, prayers, and condolences to Cleve's family. If you didn't know Cleve, then you really missed out. But Cleve was a very strong man of faith, but was also a person that would do anything for you and always had great advice. So once again, thoughts and prayers to Cleve's family with that. And then the last other thing that I will say is Honeydew Ministries. That'll be coming up here in July. So if you have time to volunteer, that is a great organization that helps out a lot of local people. And I appreciate everybody that is involved with Honeydew, and also challenge anyone that if you do have free time to make sure that you're a part of that.
Yes, and that's another thing. You drive by and see those people working. Maybe you can't help with that, but you could bring them some bottles of water or some Gatorade, or make them some cookies or something like that. I think it's really important what you said about our fire department. They are volunteer, but they certainly aren't amateur. These are really professional group of guys that have had, it seems like, been out on many more calls recently than normal. And with the Dollar General fire, a big thank you to Diedrich and Only for coming over. They had to, it was that big that they had to call out
Yeah, we had multiple.
some other communities to come over and help. So that was really, they really worked hard that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Josh. Jason, you got some good news or any updates or anything you want to plug?
Well, coming up next month,
Yes.
I'll refer to the flyer here, but on Saturday, July the 12th, will be the 11th annual Cork and Pork. It's hard to believe it's been that many years. This is a brainchild of Donna Keller and the entire, Bob and Jason, the entire Keller family really got this going. But there's so many volunteers, so many committee members that serve, that help make Cork and Pork a success year in and year out. So again, that's Saturday, July the 12th. at the K Park there in St. Marie. They will have live music from 4:30 to 10 p.m. And in the 11 years, actually the 10 years the Cork and Pork's been going on, they've donated over $257,000 back to the community. So it's a great cause. It is for adults 21 and older, but come out, you can try sample some great wine, enjoy some live music and some great food.
Yeah. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
I'm working at it. I'm taking money at one of the shifts, and you are working a
Yeah.
shift
Working
too. Are
shift.
you working a shift?
I'm not.
You're not. Maybe check it. Well,
Thank you for that.
if Donna gets this, he may hit you up.
Donna, if you need another person, you just let me know.
Uh-huh.
In addition to that, the only other thing I would add is, Jasper County over the years since our founding, we've had a lot of men and women that have served in the armed forces, and please keep all the men and women serving not only locally here but throughout our great country in your thoughts and prayers as we enter a time of uncertainty. And Jasper County's always stepped up in a time of need, so we're thankful for those in uniform both here locally and throughout our great country. So.
Yes. We are, right now, our Jasper County Fair is happening. A big congratulations to Maddie Rao, who was crowned the queen of the fair on Sunday evening. And so if you get a chance, head out to the fair, get you some good fair food, bring the family out. There's rides this year and all of the activities happening out there. Last weekend, Sky Saloon had kind of kicked off the 4th of July season with a huge event, a family-friendly event with great music and fireworks. And then BJ's Saloon, south of town out by the lake's gonna have a family-friendly firework evening on July 3rd. And then the Hill's gonna have, I think on July 5th, which is south of St. Marie, is gonna have a family-friendly kind of day down there. So there's a lot of things happening in the community around the 4th. It is Jeep season. Every weekend, it feels like there is a Jeep run. If you are not aware, Jasper County is a destination for people that have Jeeps. People love to come here on their Jeeps. A lot of Jeep rides happening every weekend. And this one this weekend is raising money for Saved by Grace. I think it's this weekend. I'm almost positive. Is this Saturday, the 28th?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It is. So Saturday is the Saved by Grace Jeep run. But there's a Jeep run virtually every weekend, I think. And so bringing people from other towns into our community. So we're really appreciative of that. Last weekend, the chamber got to go to the Bauer House, which is owned by Sheila Bergbauer. And it is the corner of Curtis and Jackson Street. And they have bought an older house that's well over 100 years old, totally redid this and made it into a nice 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home that is going to be available to rent. They've already rented it out some, and then they're gonna an Airbnb type home, but then also available to rent for showers and receptions or dinners or different things. It's just a beautiful space. We did a Facebook Live with them that's on the chamber page. That's a tour if you want to go there and check that out. I don't think you'll be sorry. It's so impressive what they have done. It's really, really impressive. Other than that, are we missing anything? Can you think of anything else?
No, happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy
Enjoy
4th
your
of July. 4th of July is my dad's birthday.
Well, happy
So,
birthday, Ray Dial.
yeah, my dad was born on the 4th of July, so we always celebrate him on that day. 'Cause
And
it's
don't forget to water and feed your birds.
That's very true, very true. The birds and your animals. Animals, please make sure your dogs and cats.
Absolutely, especially with the.
Yes, and your birds. I'm a bird person, so. But anyway, thank you so very much for being here with us. I hope you have a great day, not just a good day, and we'll see you around town. Bye.